Welcome to the Steel Wheel Pregame. I'm your favorite host, Monica. I hope you virgins are ready because we have a jam-packed episode and I have a mouthful to say. So let's slide right into it. Caesar starts us off with some pregame tips. Andi, Brettzky, and the one, the only, Bryce talk Hell in a Cell. Unfortunately for you, there's no segment with me this week because I had better things to do. But don't worry, I'll be back. In the meantime, Andi and Sticks go over Bound for Glory, UFC 254, NFL picks, and a few questions from listeners. As always, we have our word of the day, and it is bound. So grab your pregame of choice and enjoy.
What's up, motherfuckers? Once again, it's Julius_Caesar here to slang some pregame tips for that ass, just in case you know. So, another pregame tip you should always have, at least 2 to 3 drinking games in your pocket for the pregame. I mean, how often can you get together with people you probably text on a normal basis and just talk about the same old shit? But if there's a game involved, which can include cards, dice, speaking, hands, thumper, asshole, up and down the river, one up, one down. That's a good one. Always look that shit up. Pirate, whatever. Look that Viking, fucking. Look that shit up. Google some shit. There's websites for this shit now. You got a phone. Hell, you can Google one at the pregame. All right? Always have a game in pocket. 2, always know how many people are coming to the pregame. So when you motherfuckers got an Uber and Lyft, you already know who's got to take 3. 3 or 4 or 2. Learn who's going in the Uber. One motherfucker buy that shit down. Motherfucker buy that shit back. Y'all split the pizza. That way, when you're drunk as fuck from leaving the bar after the pregame, you know where you going for the pizza or the wings or the Taco Bell. Just chip in, all right? If you didn't get the Uber down and back and there's 3 people in the car, buy the fucking Taco Bell. Come on, man. Just everybody has their shit. You all are probably going to hang out. You're all sharing money, buying each other shots anyway. All right. Drink of choice this damn week is good-ass bourbon. Because good-ass bourbon you can drink in a drink. You can drink straight up. You can drink a little bit of water. You can drink a little, on the rocks. Hey, me, I get a bourbon. I'm making mules like last week. Or maybe I'm just making a bourbon ginger. Or hell, maybe I'm just drinking that shit on the rocks or taking shots. Just shoot that shit while playing a pregame. Just randomly have some shots out and drink that shit. Who gives a fuck? Good-ass rum will do that to you, too. I don't know about vodka and tequila because, that just makes people want to fuck. But, anyway, do what you got to do. Drink of the week, you name something. See me in the comments. Write it on Still Real Pregame. Right under his shit, drink of the week. I want to see y'all suggestions. See if y'all got something on your boy. If cool, all right. If not, it's whatever. Anyway, live by the rules, die by the rules. You know what we do. And always see somebody in the comments. What up, Andi?
Andi with an R. Andi with an R.
So, who's your friend?
Andi with an R.
Hello.
Hello, you there? You there? Hi, I
Yeah,
can hear
we
you.
are. Holy poop. We got the great Brettzky 99 on the line. Who I got in the seat next to me?
It's me, Bryce. We're just driving to Miss Kelly's, and I just made my own instrument, which is very good. So, how's everybody on the show? You can, video message that so I can hear.
Okay. Brettzky, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Got some weird echo. Hopefully it's not me or you, but whatever. It sounds good. I'm into it. We got to do this hastily because Sticks and I got a little drinky last night. And
Andi, you.
And we talked about UFC, NFL, and Bound for Glory. But I got you on the line for Hell in the Cell.
A speed run Hell in the Cell.
Speed run, and there ain't that much to run through. I'll get some of Brettzky's opinions, some of Bryce's opinions. So remember, everyone, word of the day, still in play. So whenever you hear the word of the day, crack open your pregame of choice. Mine is a bang today because I'm driving. I'm drinking 300 milligrams of caffeine to get me to Bryce's destination as fast as possible. But when you hear the word of the day, take a sip of your favorite pregame and pregame responsibly. So, Brett, we don't have much to talk about.
No.
I would like to say it might be like a stomping ground situation. What's up? You got something to say, Bryce?
Is it okay if I have this Propel?
Yes, Bryce's pregame of choice is Propel.
Ooh, a good pregame indeed.
Yes. So I'm looking at the card. There ain't much on it. I got a first match, Dominic and Mysterio versus Seth versus Buddy Murphy. So who do you think is going to win that one? I didn't even know this was a match.
Wait, is this a fatal four-way?
It just says Dominic Mysterio. So it's a trifecta, three-way dance.
Okay.
Dominic, Seth versus Buddy. Who you got?
I got Buddy. Weirdly. I think they're gonna have Buddy try to do some stuff, and maybe Buddy ends up being the ultimate heel, and Seth turns face. I have no idea, but I feel like Buddy could get a good win here.
Okay, so you got Buddy. Who do you think's gonna? Bryce, use your magic to bring back Brettzky.
Oh,
Wow,
hey,
wow,
hello.
wow, wow, wow. That was the sounds of the Power of the Stars.
The Mystic Arts.
Oh man, I'm walking around outside on campus. So I guess I found a dead spot.
Okay. All right, but you picked Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
And I got Rollins, and he's got Mysterio. Next, we
Ooh.
got so we're all contrarians here. Jeff Hardy versus Elias. Who you got?
Probably Elias by some devious means.
Yeah.
So continue the feud.
I definitely think this will lead to a guitar on a pole match later down the line, but I got Elias winning this one. Bryce, who do you think's going to win, Jeff Hardy or Elias?
Jeff Hardy. Jeff, don't do it.
So you think Jeff Hardy's going to jump off something crazy and win?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's a good call. Next, we got Bayley versus Sasha for Bayley's SmackDown Championship in a Hell in a Cell.
What?
Yeah, it's in a Hell in a Cell. Who do you think is going to win that one, Brett?
It's gotta be Sasha, right? It gotta be Sasha.
Sasha does win on pay-per-views and loses on Raw. So, yes, I could see Sasha winning and losing it the next week on SmackDown, like instantaneously in a rematch.
Oh, of course. It's in her contract.
Yes, but I would like Sasha to win, but I definitely think Bayley's going to win. And maybe put Sasha away for a little bit longer so they can retell this story later down the line.
Interesting.
Just to give the fans a little taste, because they've been begging for it. So your WWE was like, here's a taste, here's a sniff. We're gonna save it later. So I think Bayley's gonna win. And you got Sasha. Bryce, who do you think's gonna win, Sasha or Bayley?
What was Sasha?
You think Sasha's cuter than Bayley?
No, that's it. Don't you dare, you dirty dog.
Dirty dog. You're so weird, dude. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think that means Bryce thinks Bayley is not as cute as Sasha. So.
Bayley?
No. Yeah, you want Sasha to win, right?
Yeah, because I think that's a pretty good name.
And I think you think she's pretty.
Stop it. No. Don't you dare.
All right.
Andi.
Go to the top of the mountain, and nothing's gonna stop us.
Okay, whatever that means.
I meant for that to be like, we're not talking about that.
Oh,
talking
okay.
about wrestling.
All right. Finally, this is the last match labeled on the card. It's the Universal Championship champion, the Butt.
Oh, you're forgetting, Andy.
What?
Drew versus Randy.
Oh, it's not even. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, Drew versus Randy in a Hell in a Cell. Yes, thank you, Brett. Keep me on track because I'm an idiot. Who do you think's winning that one?
I think Randy wins in the Hell in a Cell, and they're going to use Drew's inexperience inside the cell to kind of write it off as like, oh, he didn't know what he was getting into. So I think Randy wins it here.
I think Randy Orton is too tired from going all the way to New York, to Philadelphia to make Daniel Jones' trip with the RKO out of nowhere to be focused for Hell in a Cell. And I definitely think Drew's going to get the victory. That's my heart choice, Drew, and my brain choice is with Drew. Bryce, who do you think's going to win? Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton in Hell in a Cell.
Randy Orton.
Oh, God.
I like the way you think, Bryce.
He is a genius.
I'm like, I don't even want either of them to win because they're not like my favorite ones.
Oh,
That's
God. I like that, too. But we got no choice. It's either you eat poop or you eat poop. So which poop are you going to eat?
Both.
He's going to eat both poops. Okay.
Wow.
No contest. We're going to have a Fiend type of no contest.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar's going to come in and lightly touch them.
I like that. I like that. Brock Lesnar coming back and doing them both up, leading to a triple threat, allowing Randy Orton to finally win later down the line. So I like that prediction, but I'm picking Drew. You're picking Randy, and Bryce Boy over here is picking Randy Orton. Now my dummy fingers can scroll to the right place, and we got the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, the butt cheese, versus his own cousin, his own family, his blood, in a Hell in a Cell I Quit match. So that means, Bryce, he has to say I quit for it to be over. So who do you think's going to win?
I think no one's going to win that match because it's going to be kind of like a family blah. I can't articulate words anymore. So
articulate is a great word for an 8-year-old on a podcast. Boom.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, I was going to say it was going to, no one's going to win because it's going to turn into a family race.
Oh, Bryce is on the happy end. In hell, there will be happiness in hell in a cell when Roman Reigns and Jey Uso put their differences aside, hug it out, bitch, and kick Paul Heyman's ass.
What?
That's how I'm interpreting that, Bryce. I like the no contest. Very good. I'm going with the butt cheese Roman Reigns because he just looks like an unstoppable force.
Yeah, I'm on your team on that one.
Brett, what do you think?
Wait for this one, Andy.
Oh, here we go.
Here's what I'm predicting. Remember back in the day when Mick Foley lost to The Rock in I Quit match? When The Rock had a voiceover of Mick Foley?
Yeah, the I quit.
Exactly. I think that happened.
Ooh, I like it.
I think that Roman says some exaggerated version of I Quit this week on SmackDown.
Oh,
today.
Jay's going to pull it on Roman. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I get it.
I think that Jimmy pulls it on Roman.
Ooh.
And Jimmy accuses him from the back to give Jay the win. And then Jay doesn't know. Jay finds out. And Jay's like, no, screw you. I got to do this on my own. And this eventually leads to the heel turn of Jey Uso. And Jay turns on Jimmy. Then when Jimmy comes back, they can figure that stuff out. But I think that Jay wins by quote-unquote having Roman quit. And then it leads to some stuff at Survivor Series.
I like it. That's a great prediction. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to be exhausted from this whole weekend because we got Bound for Glory, we got UFC 254, which is going to be a great freaking card. And then you got NFL Week 7. That's chalking up to be amazing. You got 2 undefeated teams. You got my Tennessee Titans going against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who the Titans really have a tough time playing all the time. But what are you most excited about over this weekend out of all those events?
Me?
Yes.
I am most excited for the newest episode of the Tripod Sessions hosted by yours truly coming out this weekend. I think that no event will ever meet the proportions of the newest Afterparty Hangover, whether it be PJH or be the beer runs. Go listen.
Well, I got some beef with the Tripod Sessions. I heard what you said about Impact Wrestling, Brettzky. I heard what you said. I heard what you said. And you know what? Part of me was just like, that's it. He's dead. He's Biggie. He's Tupac. He's dead to me. Boom. But you know what? Cooler heads have prevailed, and I'm a businessman. So I make business decisions, and I keep your polarizing opinions on the show.
I apologize, Andy. Sometimes, you know, controversy creates cash. I said it for the life, for the listens, for the click. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, Andy.
Hey, I'm all about it. I'm about squashing it. I'm very, very business savvy. So whatever. We can make money together. Let's do it. But
hell yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you, Bryce. All right, Brettzky, get your plugs in, and then I'll let Bryce do a little ice cream bowl solo instrument. Wait, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right. Well, as I just mentioned, you can listen every weekend to the Afterparty Hangover Tripod Sessions, as well as the Afterparty Hangover, as well as watch Afterparty Pro Wrestling, all on Mangria Fueled's YouTube channel, which is just Mangria Space Fueled. Or you can find the Hangovers and the Tripods on Spotify or Anchor. But for me personally, you can find my podcast. Of course, I have a podcast. It's called the Faux Pod on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker. If you're one dude from Breaker. Just search THEFAUXPOD on Spotify or any other platform. If you want to follow us on Instagram, it's at thefauxpod.cast. And you want to follow me personally, of course, it is the Great Brettzky 99 on Instagram. And that is it for me, Andy.
Oh, perfect. We the whole Still Real pregame is family is at still_pre_real_game on Instagram, YouTube, and send in your emails to sr.pregame@gmail.com. Now, Bryce, lead us out with ice cream bowl solo. Yeah, listen to that riff. Those chords. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yes. Riveting. We're going to send that to Roman Reigns to be his new entrance music. The butt cheese. All right, everybody. Have fun this weekend. Pre-game responsibly.
Andy with an R. Andy with an R.
So, who's your friend?
Andy with an R.
Welcome, everybody, to the Still Real pregame. I'm looking at the sign, and it says it's recording. I'm your host, Andy with an I. I got my 8% stronger seltzer for Pabst Blue Ribbon. And who do I got on the line with me?
Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Sticks Adam, and I'm here to co-main the main event, Andy with an I himself.
Boom. Don't forget to hashtag beat your dicks with sticks or hashtag rub your clits with sticks. Please. You'll know by the end of the episode.
And also, too, let's get that locomotion going with the Vandy's vocals since Jake and Zanka murdered it on SRAP this week.
Yeah, I know. Words are hard, though. We've known that for a while. Words are hard.
Yeah.
And rules of the pregame. Once you hear the word of the day, which is dropped in the opening, I don't know who's reading it this week. Last week it was me because I was afraid to ask Monica. But word of the day, if you hear it, crack open your pregame of choice, take a sip, enjoy the ride, and let's try to have fun on this road to Bound for Glory. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything on the opening? Feeling kind of off today. Okay.
No, sounds perfect.
Sounds perfect. How about last week's opening? That was a surprise. I didn't even tell you that was coming.
Man.
How do you?
That was good. I tend to save a lot of my podcasts from the weekends for work, and I popped on Monday because that was the first podcast I listened to, and oh my God, Bryce is so freaking awesome.
I know.
As soon as I heard him doing that in the music, I'm like, yes.
Yep. And it was his first exposure to Scott Steiner, and no better way to do it that way because he was doing a lot of math last week. So I think this is gonna be great. I definitely think Bryce can pull this off.
Oh yeah, he does a damn good job on the pod, if I may say so myself.
Yeah, he has this natural charisma. I don't know where he gets it from. You should go to a restaurant with him and just have him order something, and just it embarrasses the hell out of me because he does it every time. It's like, how can an 8-year-old have a dad joke when he's only 8 years old?
You know the little dude's gonna be just pimping out when he gets older.
Yeah.
He is going to be a ladies' man when he gets older, Andy.
Funny story. So like 9-month-old Bryce, we're in the food line when we lived in North Carolina, in the food line. And then there was this tall blonde, like girl, like 6 foot. Well, she was wearing heels. So she's tall, she's slender, and she's attractive. Don't kill me, Monica. Okay. She's mildly attractive. And Bryce, as like, I think he was 9 months old or something. He walks away from the cart, goes up towards her general direction, and he goes, "Hey," and that's it. And then he gets her attention, and she looks. He goes, "Hey," and then I was like, "Oh God, we got this dude's trouble."
Little dude's bringing the heat and the fire right out of the womb.
And then his last baseball game, like he's had like 7 last baseball games, but this COVID season's been crazy. But I think this was the official last baseball game. And the coach has a daughter. She's about like 3 or 4 years older than him. And all he's doing is feeding her compliments. Like, I love your shirt. I love your hair. You have really nice glasses. And after the game, well, because I help coach, so we're talking about the game and everything. He's over there sitting on the handrail, chatting this like 11-year-old girl up, and like he gets her an extra piece of candy, like from the snack bin that for the kids after the game. This kid.
Hey, shooter's gonna shoot, man.
Shooter's gonna shoot, and I always tell him that. I always tell him that. I encourage him when he has a shot to take it, because
oh God, yes.
Because I've missed out on some shots, and he's got that, like, I don't know if I talked to you about Sex Drive. You watched? No, you didn't watch Sex Drive, right?
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
No, I know I said I was gonna try to do it last weekend, but I didn't get a chance to.
Dude, like it's so hard to just watch 30 minutes, like a 30-minute TV show. So I totally understand.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, boom. That's way off topic. We went from Bryce spitting 33 and 1/3.
We went from Bryce doing Steiner math to Bryce freaking shooting his shot, man.
Yep. But if you ask him, his love of his life is Maxine. So I got to put that out there in the air. His love of his life is Maxine, and she just happens to live in New York. So, yes, this
long distance relationship.
Yep, long distance. It will work in his mind. He actually drew a picture. I'm going off on this kid. This kid drew a picture of this girl in his school he does not like. He torments her, and he drew a picture of like a stick figure picture when he was like 5 years old of them holding hands with Bryce with a sad face and her with a happy face, and Maxine on the outside of the heart with a sad face. And then um, he drew another picture of him and Maxine in the heart holding hands with both happy face. The other girl cried. He actually drew tears. And then he drew himself next to her, like smile, laughing face.
You not only have a Don Juan, but you have a freaking artiste, man. Damn.
It's so funny. I gotta go through my Snapchat library because I know it's in there. I'll send it to you one of these days. It's hilarious.
So not only does he have a way of the words with the ladies, he can draw, and he's a damn good interviewer class podcaster. This kid is a triple threat.
He's a comic book artiste as well. He's making his comic of Super Fireman, so he is bound for greatness. And speaking of bound, we need to get to the go-ahead episode of Bound for Glory. Sorry, Bryce, you'll have your own segment later, so suck it. But not in my mind. I'm just gonna go over the highlights because we got a lot to talk about with Bound for Glory coming up. My big takeaways are Hernandez comes in at number 20 after winning his match, and Rhino starting at number 1. We'll talk about that later. And then my other big takeaway was the poor Jimmy Jacobs. he got kidnapped after he got a shitty interview with Moose.
Yeah.
And then my final takeaway is Big Trey Miguel. Little Big Trey Miguel. He gets the momentum going into the X Division Championship at Bound for Glory. Those are my 3 big takeaways. So, what about your big takeaways?
I liked the promos we had. I liked they weren't very long. They were short and sweet. EC3's was good. Kylie Ray's was exceptionally well because she kind of gave you a little bit of insight of her motivation for the championship match, but also too that she did hint that her anger might be part of the reason why she might end up losing the match. I think in the for the X Division title, I still think Jordan Grace is the wild card. Yeah, because we've seen all the other 5 guys, and what we've seen from her was her match with Rohit was super short, but she got the victory, whereas Rohit had tactically beat all the other guys. And we've got we got 2 good matches. Obviously, Ken versus Eddie is set up so Eddie's gonna overcome so much stuff because he's got a bum ankle coming in now. Yeah. You're gonna have Sammy, obviously the influence of Sammy outside the ring, and then I think our fatal 4-way for the tag team championship match is gonna possibly be the match of the night because those guys. I was a little disappointed that we had a no contest in the main event. I know we're getting ahead, but it's going to be so good because they've kept the interactions with all 4 teams leading up to this match. They've kept them so good. They've kept them all in each week, and even when we had Victory Road, it's been so good.
Yep, a lot of long-term story building, and this Moose angle is going to be great to pay off because it's been going on for a minute. And the Rich Swann, everything's been been going since Slammiversary, and that's pretty big. Without any of the participants, like outside the tag team match and the X Division match, like there's been minimal hands on each other in the X Division match, but there's been hands on, like with the exception being the tag team match. I definitely think they've been doing a good job telling the story without getting everybody involved with everybody all the time.
They've done a really good job from between Slammiversary to now of setting up Bound for Glory to be not only their card of the year, but possibly the best card in wrestling of the year so far.
I definitely think it's bound to be the best wrestling card of this month for sure.
It is bound to be the best wrestling card at least of this month. It could be bound to be the best wrestling card of the year.
Yes. Now I'm going to go over shortly so we get into Bound for Glory. All right. I'm going to go over results and what happened. So they opened up right into the match with the victors from last week. Look, continuity, right?
Yeah.
The winners of that what was it, the 10-man tag match, because I couldn't do my math last week. The 10-man.
we were having some issue of Steiner math last week.
Yeah, that's why Bryce had to cut that promo. So Heath versus Cousin Jake versus Hernandez versus Alicia versus they dropped the Edwards. They dropped the Edwards in the match calling too.
Yeah.
So she has an excuse to be a shitty wife because she doesn't have Edwards after her name. So boom. And Rhino, the victor gets to be the last entrant in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, and the loser, whoever gets pinned, submitted, would become number 1. And I touched on it earlier. Hernandez got the roll-up victory. Call back to a previous episode of the pregame word of the day. And at Bound for Glory, he will be number 20 as Rhino becomes number 1. Shortly after that, Jimmy Jacobs has a poopy moose in a chair, and the poopy moose answers a question and just walks away. Then he gets kidnapped, which is kind of funny with the EC3 has henchmen working for him.
Yep.
Explains how he can keep a title away from Moose for so long when Moose is searching so hard underneath those weight benches.
Yeah. Well, we kind of had that. What was that? We had a segment that night on Tuesday night too. Who was it? Somebody was looking for something. They looking up, like lifting up like a chair. What the heck was that?
I know Cousin Jake was messing with a chair.
Yeah, because it actually reminded me of how good of an acting job Moose had been doing.
Yeah. That goes it. So after that, the next backstage segment, which was good too. Nothing Bound for Glory, like implications, but Johnny Bravo, I got it right because he spelled his name this week. So that
he heard you. He was like my boy Andy with an I is having issues, so I'm gonna make it so he remembers.
And I noticed you, Impact, putting Cunty with a K in there as a homage to me, Andy with an I. So
yeah.
So yes, they are listening.
Yes,
they are listening with all the traction on the Still Real pregame IG page. Impact is listening. But they talk about the wedding. He's stressed out. He's freaking out. Cousin Jake had a really good segment with the chair and everything like that. And then when he sat down and he sat back like that had me rolling. Cody Deaner wants to kill Johnny Bravo. Follow Boss holding on to securing that money that he claims he doesn't have.
Yep.
And my biggest takeaway from this whole thing is the fact that Johnny Bravo used nincompoop as a negative slur towards his wedding party. But what are you excited about the wedding next week? You think it's going to put in good competition for Halloween Havoc, even though they're not going head to head? I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, it's a good lead in. It's kind of a good table setter, if you want to say. I'm wondering if maybe we'll get maybe a little kind of insight this Saturday from Bound for Glory, like maybe going forward. Are we going to get something maybe that kind of helps going forward with the wedding, or if this was the actual, like if this Tuesday was the last that we'll have seen and heard of anything at the wedding leading into Tuesday.
Well, I definitely think, at Bound for Glory, they'll have some sort of little backstage segment with this, with Father James Mitchell maybe making an appearance, but we'll get to that when that happens.
Well, plus also too, we have seen that Hernandez obviously is oblivious that he lost his money because we haven't seen anything about that.
I was praising their continuity earlier, and then for someone who clutches his cash so close to the vest, he did. So little continuity error. Good catch, Sticks. That's why I beat my dicks with you, and Monica rubs her clits with you. So boom. We got a little backstage segment with Deonna Purrazzo talking about how she's the shit, whatever. And then that leads into what we were just talking about, Havoc and Rosemary, with the stipulation, if Rosemary beats Havoc, Havoc has to get Father James Mitchell back just in time for Rosemary's wedding. Kind of quick match. I don't know what you thought. It was quick.
It was quick and to the point. It was quick and it extended the storyline.
And Rosemary hit her with like 2 spears before she took her out. So
yeah, it still made Havoc look strong because it took 2 spears to get the victory.
And my beautiful Havoc, who saw our post and saw our poll and saw 75% of the Still Real pregame army wanted her to win, appreciated it, and shared that. She said it was lit. So thank you, Still Real pregame army, because Havoc noticed, and she loves you all just like I love her.
Yes, and, love the interaction. Love the interaction. You get noticed, everybody. Get noticed.
Keep it up.
Yes.
But at the end of the match, it was kind of funny watching Rosemary like give her the fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, follow me.
Yes.
That was pretty good, Rosemary.
It was awesome.
And as big as Havoc is, Rosemary's a big woman. Like, holy Lord.
Yeah, because if you look, he's even standing next to Taya. I mean, Taya is pretty muscular for a lady.
Yeah.
Too, and she doesn't look too small compared to Taya. So I mean, she does. Yeah,
Rosemary's a big woman, and that'd be cool. If I'm getting ahead of myself, I'll talk about that later. Okay, remind me of that. Okay, cool. And then Jimmy Jacobs gets taken out of the Jeep. I thought it was a Hummer because the brand new Hummer got announced by GMC. I thought it was a Hummer. That was a Jeep. So they pulled Jimmy Jacobs up, and they interview. EC3 forces him to interview him. No big deal. Blah blah blah. Exposition. Bound for glory. We're bound for glory. That's pretty much it. Yep. He's gonna beat him. And then
bound for an ass whooping from somebody, either EC3 or Moose.
Yeah, I respect that he has a black eye, because Moose punched him over 11 times to get blood on his hand.
Yeah.
So there's continuity praise, except for Hernandez. It's 2 continuities that they're keeping up.
If you want to say there is a black eye on the whole continuity going forward that Impact has done, it has been that Hernandez is not checking for his money on his chain.
Hashtag beat your dicks with sticks, for real. Because I saw on the numbers on Anchor 100% male, so everyone beat your dicks with sticks. When we get a woman, you can rub your clits with sticks. That's why I need you. After that,
we need each other.
Yes, because
this is a team.
Whoa, we own the night. Whoa, we own the night. I just remember the part. He's like, walks among the giants.
Yeah.
I'm learning that song.
You are bound and determined to be able to sing it by the end of the year.
I'm gonna get like a little keyboard and I'll play it like keytar style. How about like keytar?
That will be awesome.
Yes. But there's a rivalry renewed. After that segment, Sami Callihan versus Eddie Edwards. It was a pretty long match. I think it was like one of the longest matches of the night.
Well deserving too.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The only thing is, it really bugs me that Eddie Edwards has moved to the jeans with the Braun Strowman stitching in the thighs. Yeah. I really wish he went back to. I miss his Wolves gear. I understand he had to go down this dark path to beat Sami Callihan. That's why he changed his, outfit and everything like that. But I really wish he'd get back to his Wolves gear, because I really like that rip in the skin paint that he had.
Yeah.
Pretty long match, pretty good match. Right before he was gonna hit him with the Boston Knee Party, Sami Callihan pulls out. It looks like he has a new iPhone 12. I'm just saying. He's Sami Callihan. So he busts out that iPhone 12 before it's out. Comes out this Friday. Monica's getting hers. Yeah, and he hits the button, hacks the whole show. As Josh Matthews says, he can hack the whole show. And then, boom, out comes the world's most dangerous man. Distracts him. Another callback to a pregame episode word of the day with the roll up.
Yes.
Looks like Sami Callihan gets victory. It looks like Sami Callihan and the world's most dangerous man have the momentum going into a Bound for Glory.
Yep.
Do you think? No, I'll get to that in predictions. We still got to do predictions. Okay, that's what happened. I know this. I had one of these little Pabst strong seltzers, and I had that new Bud Light Platinum shit. That's 8% too, man. Man, holy Lord, these seltzers ain't fucking around anymore.
Well, they got a Bud Light Platinum seltzer.
Yeah, it's all over. Like,
see,
Thursday night and Monday Night Football. Like, that's all they advertise.
Oh. See, I remember I think when they just came out with the Bud Light Platinum, because that had like a different. It was like a bluish container. I remember drinking that, and that wasn't too bad. But I didn't know they came out with a platinum or with a seltzer on that. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, I think I started noticing around week 3 of the NFL. Boom. But right after that, we go right into all the participants in the X Division Championship match are on separate teams. You got Willie Mack, TJP. Willie Mack's got badass entrance music. I'm just saying.
That song, his entrance music is stuck in my head. I at least go through it once a day.
Yeah,
seriously.
It makes you want to like walk. Like,
I know.
Yeah, it got me excited when I was pretty litty watching it. We got Willie Mack.
Good. It's good.
Willie Mack, TJP, and the Rascals, Trey Miguel. Rascals, that music's growing on me.
Yeah, it is too. On me too.
Versus Chris Bay and my Bay, Jordan Grace, and the X Division champion Rohit Rashu, who has he has a great fucking song too. I'm sorry. I don't know if I just got a boner for Impact or I'm just being real here.
We're two guys out here just showing our freak flag for Impact Wrestling.
Yep, I'm chubbing all day for Impact. I'm bound for calling the hotline for like, hey, I got a boner longer than 4 hours. Like, well, did you take our product? I was like, no, I just watched Impact Wrestling.
I'm all bound with my rocket ready to go because of Impact Wrestling.
See, after watching Impact Wrestling, I'm hard as a rock for 4 hours. Monica's got me bound to the bed. As she's walking with the giants. Oh, she owns the night. Whoa, whoa. But a lot of action on action here. Chris Bay hits Rohit with the cutter, and then Trey Miguel. This kind of upset me. Trey Miguel hits him with a super kick, lands on Rohit with the 1-2-3. So that ruins my pick for the winner going into the Bound for Glory. So, but we'll talk about that later in predictions. It kind of got me upset that Trey Miguel won.
I thought it was a nice little peek behind the curtain of what we had to look forward to on Saturday.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild match.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot, but it's gonna be fast because like I said, I don't know how Jordan will do because she's obviously the muscle.
Yeah.
In that match,
outside of Willie,
but if she can be just as fast as those guys, it'll be a good. I think it's already going to be a good match, but she's the wild card, and it's going to be good.
We still got predictions, Six. Let's
I know.
Not blow our load.
I'm so bound and determined just to blow my load before predictions.
I know. Next, we got a Eric Young promo and like a promo package. Eric Young, Rich Swann, get you hyped for the match. It was really good. It's pretty well done, actually. Music's a little corny, but like the saga of where they started to where they got after coming off a commercial break where they've been doing those Eric Young Bound for Glory commercials. Yeah. I think they segued really well into that.
Yes, they did. It was really good.
Then it main evented with our the Good Brothers, the Brothers of the Brothers. Called back to another pregame word of the day, the Good Brothers, versus the North, who just gave me muscle props on his IG story, Ethan Page. Alexander, hold on one second. Yeah, burp. Josh Alexander, his Instagram is pretty private, so I don't want to put his shit out there. I just did though, so cat's out of the bag. But
all it takes is this one like or one repost, and then that's how it starts.
That's how it starts. That's how it starts. Yes, we're gonna be bound for bigger things. We're trying to get Impact on the map, and Impact is trying to get us on the map.
We might end up being bound to be the podcast for Impact.
I want Ratatitty to be a mascot for Impact.
Could you imagine hearing and watching Josh Matthews do a promo for Still Real Pregame with Ratatitty on the screen?
If Josh Matthews has a cameo, I could definitely make him do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that'd be so awesome. Get him and Madison.
Madison shit on him a lot. She shit on him hard. She did some cross the line shit tonight. I'm not tonight.
Yeah.
Like, this is Thursday, so but like Tuesday, she shit on him pretty fucking.
She did. It was a pretty big shit on Josh episode, but she usually has a couple of good liners each episode.
Yep. Yes, she does. And it was different when Pope was the co-host of the commentating booth. Like, he was the second guy in the booth because Matthews shit on Pope more than Pope shit on Matthews.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pope, though. He just won a title in a new, wrestling company.
Really?
Yeah, and they're setting up in Hollywood. It kind of reads as NWA, but it's not NWA. They got some pretty good people. Oops, sorry, that's my phone. Did you hear that?
Yes.
All right, cool. That's good because later we have questions sent in.
Ooh.
So yeah, United Wrestling Network, Pope, former Impact alumnus. He won their title recently.
Well, that's
So
good
check
for
that
them
out.
because he has a name and he's a former champion, so that does nothing but help out a new wrestling promotion.
Elijah Burke, ECW alumnus.
Yep. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, tangent over. The North versus Good Brothers, no contest because they were all in the ring at once, punching each other. The ref said, fuck it, no contest. And then Ace Austin and Madman Fulton come out, and they just start beating the shit out of the Good Brothers. And the North and Ace Austin, they get a little agreement. Boom, beat the shit out of the Good Brothers. Motor City Machine Guns come out, and then clear the ring, and the Good Brothers.
Yep.
Carl Anderson puts his hand out. Shelley takes it. Anderson hits with a stun gun. And then the Magic kill Chris Sabin. Go off the air. It was a little. They should have ended the episode a little bit early, and it's kind of and Carl Anderson even made a point of it. He's like, "Hey, where are your titles at?" Like,
yeah,
because they want. I assume they want to end the episode with them holding the titles up. Like, "Hey, here's the Omen in the sky." Call back to WWE. We don't like that place.
Yeah, I was very surprised we didn't get the titles. I liked it. I liked how the Good Brothers had laid it down that they were gonna, make sure that Motor City Machine Guns made it to Bound for Glory untouched, uninjured, and then right when you think it was gonna be, they're just gonna shake hands and everybody's gonna the faces are gonna stand tall in the ring. All of a sudden, it's like a not so fast.
Yeah, exactly. Good Brothers show their true colors, and we saw that coming. They didn't come to Impact to be the bodyguards to the tag team champions. So
yeah, just one thing. This is going to be an Ethan Page appreciation shout out. His work, his character work in the match. When him and Alexander were standing outside, and he's basically showing the Good Brothers how a tag team match work. He's like, "You gotta tag in." Yeah, and then I don't know if they came back from commercial, and then that camera shot of him in the ring. I think he was working on a machine gun, and he's looking at the camera, and he gives the camera a nice little smile and a wink.
I think it's him shitting on FTR and AEW.
Yes.
And also, that's that Canadian shit. That's like they just like Bret Hart, just like Lance Storm. They care about. They're like fucking Walter Sobchak and the Big Lebowski. Am I the only fucking person that cares about the fucking rules?
But just Ethan Page is a phenomenal wrestler.
Yeah,
and that's not taking anything away from Josh Alexander. I truly believe that the North is the best tag team in wrestling today. Fuck off. You can literally fuck the Revival, Young Bucks. Their time's done. It's just these guys are the best tag team in wrestling today.
I don't care anymore. Cool. You wanted to be selfless for 1 year, and now you want to be cool again? No. You lost that momentum. Don't get me started on an AEW rant, because I'll go on for hours.
You ain't the only one.
Yeah, it's okay. But boom, we're here to talk about Bound for Glory now. Bound for fucking glory. That is the topic at hand. Done with the show. Who cares? Episode's over. We're bound for glory. I'm bound for glory. You're bound for glory. Impact is bound for glory. Bound for fucking glory. So the way they have it said, I'm reading it out straight off the Impact website.
Okay.
The Call Your Shot is listed as the first match. Call Your Shot Gauntlet. With known participants, we already have Rhino, Heath, Hernandez, and on the website, Heath is non-hyperlinked because he's still not technically part of the show. So it's good continuity on their part on the website.
Yes, it is.
His name is not highlighted in a hyperlink. Rhino, Heath, Hernandez, AC Romero, Larry D, Tennille Dashwood, Taya Valkyrie, Brian Myers, Tommy Dreamer, and Havoc. Those are the named participants so far. And we know there's 20.
Yeah.
My excitement for this is that Dez and Wentz are in this and they win. That's who I want to win, and I hope they're in it so they can insert themselves later on in the night in the tag team match. Who do you got? That's my prediction. Who do you predict is going to win the Call Your Shot Gauntlet?
I think we might get Tennille Dashwood.
Oh,
we kind of because with the women's championship match, she's kind of been involved with both participants, and stealing a page from what you just said. Maybe if Tennille wins, depending on who wins, maybe she calls her shot either in the middle of the match or right after the match.
Okay, I like that. I'm writing this down. Okay, so I picked Des and Wentz, you picked Tennille. And that's really good because the main storyline is that Rhino's career's on the line. And if Rhino or Heath don't win, then Rhino's gone and Heath's gone. So,
yeah, that's the thing that a lot of people would look at and they'd be like, well, obviously, how are they going to have Heath? Are they going to go through getting both of them fired? But you could kind of go down a road of neither one of them wins. And then maybe that sets up a feud between the both of them for the next couple of weeks.
And for you listeners not familiar with Impact, this is their WrestleMania. Bound for Glory is their WrestleMania. So
yes,
this is where big shit's supposed to happen. And as fans of Impact Wrestling, I think Des and Wentz winning and inserting themselves in the tag team is big enough for a WrestleMania type match. You think Tennille winning and either are you saying she's going to insert herself or you think she's going to wait?
I could see either way, but I'm going to say she's going to wait.
Okay, she's going to wait.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now we don't know all 20 participants, so my prediction might not even happen. But
same with mine. Mine might not either.
Well, no, she's in it. I read her name.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying that we could get somebody out of left field that could win it.
Speaking of left field, that's why I beat my dicks with sticks, because I was talking about left field. Do you think Matt Cardona, since his contract is up, do you think he's making a Bound for Glory move?
He very well could, but you know what else I was thinking about this? on some downtime at work, we just saw the return in Ring of Honor of your boy, The Trend. But also, too, we know that they have a working relationship.
Ooh.
Could we get a Vincent and Matt Taven in the match, and that furthers their storyline in Ring of Honor, but brings a little shine to Impact Wrestling.
I like that. So if I can fantasy book this, Vincent is a surprise entrant. Matt Taven runs in causes his elimination. That way, Taven is not in it to lose, but he's there, and he's furthering the trend to follow to Ring of Honor.
On the same page with you, I can see that flip since Matt got the upper hand last weekend.
Okay, that works even better.
That could happen. You know, we get the oh my God, Matt freaking Taven is at Impact Wrestling at Bound for Glory, and all of a sudden, the man himself, Vincent, just comes out of the quote unquote no crowd, distracts him, gets him eliminated, and they fight to the back.
I can see that in Vincent's new little faction that he has. Could be a big play in that. So
yes,
I love
indeed.
it. So we're very contrarian, and I love it. Moving on to the next match, we got Eddie Edwards versus Ken Shamrock at Bound for Glory, with Sami Callihan in Ken Shamrock's corner. Who do you got winning this match?
I'm going to go with Mr. Impact himself, Eddie Edwards, because just listen.
Yep.
I know Ken's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Could we get a surprise? Because we kind of saw something from a one and only Mr. Kurt Angle this week. Could we get a Kurt Angle show up, neutralize Sami Callihan, distracts Ken Shamrock, and helps Eddie Edwards get the win?
Yeah, that's actually pretty creative. I didn't even think about that. And, you know, speaking of Ken Shamrock being inducted into the Impact Hall of Fame, he did request that The Rock gave a message, and The Rock did answer yes. So
that's pretty cool.
I don't, just like a caveat with Cardona, do you think The Rock actually follows through and they play it?
Oh, I believe so. I believe he would. I mean, I know he kind of still has a little bit of a working relationship with WWE. I could kind of see him being like, well, you know what? If they get mad, I have no reason to go back to do anything. I mean, I know there's the big build up with will he face Roman down the road at WrestleMania? The Rock really could just say, I don't need to. Yeah, because at this point, The Rock is he doesn't need the WWE. The WWE needs him more than he needs them. So makes a good point. So I'm picking Ken Shamrock to win this, just to further the Eddie down roll spiral, just to be built back up later down the line, because you can't have the same person on the top for a long time. Yeah, I could see that. But moving on, I like a prediction about the induction and Kurt Angle coming in to help Eddie, but I'm still picking Ken Shamrock. Next is EC3 versus Moose at an undisclosed location. Who you got in this match? Oh, see, I've been going back and forth on this because I know we had talked about, what was it, last week or a couple of weeks ago? You know, EC3's got there's the word that he's going to Ring of Honor, and I really want to pick him, but it's like, I don't see how they would want him to win a match, and then if he goes to Ring of Honor for a while, it pretty much stops the momentum. Yep. So I'm going to go with Moose. I got hesitation on it, but I'm going to go with Moose on it just because it would help build some momentum with him to keep him in the heavyweight title picture. Hold on. I got a burp, I think. But I agree with you. You're picking Moose. I'm picking Moose. Moose has been tormented enough. So I definitely think EC3 has a legacy in Impact. Mm-hmm. So like I have no
problems with Moose beating EC3. So, but it's going to be good.
And that's not to say that EC3 still doesn't destroy the TNA title.
Yeah,
We could get his hinch guys come out. They beat him down. They take the title, and his hinch guys
Yeah.
end up holding him while EC3 destroys the title.
No, I got you, and that's great because he'll get the victory because that's what he wants ultimately, and Moose can win the match, but EC3 can say later down the line, like, okay, you beat me, but I got what I wanted.
Yep.
So, but you and I both picked Moose. This is the first time we're agreeing on something.
Might not be the last.
It might not be the last. Yeah, you're right. In the words of Bryce, yes, you right. You got it. Go to Costco. He said that one time. It was hilarious. All right, stop talking about that kid. All right, next we got this.
Bryce is the highlight of this podcast. What are you talking about, man?
He's the lifeblood. Call out to Ring of Honor.
Yes, he is.
Next, we got the 6-way scramble for the X Division title. So this is what I'm going to talk about earlier when I want to do a callback. I'm so pissed off that Trey Miguel got the pin on Rohit because I can't, like, if this is WWE, but maybe I don't care about WWE, but, like, I don't see him winning now that he got the momentum. So I'm going to wait till you pick before I make my pick. So go ahead. Who do you think is going to win this 6-way scramble for the X Division Championship?
I'm going with your homegirl, Thick Mama Pump.
Oh, yeah? My bae?
Yeah, because I think that would be – I don't know if very many people are kind of would think that, but I think it would be something good for her because it keeps her – puts a title on her, but it also keeps her in the main event-ish scene.
Oh, she deserves it. Definitely.
Oh, yeah, she does. Well, I mean, if you look at it, they had it on, Tessa won it. And I think Jordan's a better wrestler than Tessa.
Believable. It's more believable.
Yes.
She can kick the shit out of, like, I would say everyone, like, yeah, she can even hit Willie Mack on the right on the sweet spot.
I mean, it's gonna be a battle between her and Willie, but she can beat Willie.
And with her, with Jonathan Grisham, I assume submission moves are sexually transmitted. So I'm pretty sure she would tap any of those dudes out.
Oh yeah.
So you're picking Jordan Grace. That's fine. You're picking with your brain. I want to pick with my dick, but I'm not. I think Rohit is going to retain because if we all know wrestling, and you can thank the Armageddon Hell in a Cell with Kurt Angle match, the champion is always benefited in a non-one-on-one title match.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that he's a good heel, and it would be a big moment for him to retain in that big scramble match.
Yeah, and Impact's always been about that India life. So they were on it before WWE was on it.
Yes, they were.
They definitely were.
Yes, sir.
But so you're picking Jordan Grace, my bae. I'm picking against my bae, but I'm a businessman, and business people make business decisions with their brains and not their penis. So boom.
You are the ultimate professional.
I tried it. I would bet against my son if I knew he was gonna lose. I'm sorry. I'm a piece of shit.
Wow.
I would bet $1,000 against myself to win $100 million just so I can give all that money to Monica. That's so.
Oh yeah, I'll bet against myself 10 times out of 10. Especially when it comes to money.
I would bet against if Jordan Grace somehow became my wife. I would bet against her and take those winnings and give it all to her, and then she would hate me forever because I had bet against her. But like the choice of winning to give to someone else it's kind of a selfless act, you know.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
But moving on to the highlight. I think this should be the fucking main event, honestly, because Impact Wrestling has been built. I mean, Jeff Jarrett was. Everyone makes fun of Cody Rhodes for being Cody Jarrett, but outside of Jeff Jarrett, Impact and TNA has been built around the knockouts division. And I think this should be the main event, but it's not listed as. We got Kylie Ray versus Deonna Purrazzo. Who you got winning this match? This is a tough one.
I know. I've been going back and forth since they announced this. I'm gonna go with Kylie Ray.
They planted a seed of doubt with Deonna talking about Kylie, saying how Kylie is emotional now, and that's what she wanted, to get her emotional. And when you think,
and also too, a little bit of news. I saw Deonna signed a
long-term
contract
deal
extension.
Yeah.
Yes, which is big for Impact and big for her.
Okay.
So maybe that helps. Maybe that's a forecasted. Maybe she ends up winning. I don't know.
So what's your pick? Here you go. Here's your pick.
I'm still sticking with Kylie though. I think she's gonna.
Kylie.
I think we might get a little bit. It might maybe extend the feud out a little bit, or maybe we get a return of Susie or Su Yung.
Su Yung, yeah, maybe Su Yung interrupts.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think so. I could see Kylie winning and then Su Yung being a problem later down the line. But I have to pick Deonna just because I'm a fan. So I'm gonna go with Deonna Purrazzo on that, and you're gonna go with Kylie. And I like Deonna just because I've known her since Ring of Honor. So I'm gonna go with her. Kylie, I definitely think even if Jordynne Grace doesn't win the X Division title, I think a victory over Deonna later would be beneficial for her.
Because
the impact world.
Yeah, because they've already got a backstory. So if Jordynne can work her way back up and then conquer Deonna, that's huge. That's huge for storytelling going forward too.
And if Deonna beats Taya, I mean, that'll only solidify her more. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate for Kylie, but that's what I think. But you're picking Kylie. She could probably win because
it can go either way.
It's a Bound for Glory moment.
Yes, it could go either way. A lot of these matches can go so many different ways.
Yep. Next, we got another. This could main event because Impact prides itself in tag team wrestling because they've had a lot of great tag teams come out of their promotion to headline other promotions.
Oh, yeah.
Or just become headliners in other promotions. Beer Money. I mean, Beer Money is one of the most I would bank a promotion off Beer Money alone. And they became two single stars. There was no Marty Jannetty in Beer Money.
Yeah. Well, let's even go back. Wasn't Jay Lethal and Xavier Woods?
Yeah.
Weren't they a tag team?
Consequences Creed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they were.
And look at that. I mean, both guys have gone on to bigger ponds, but also too have succeeded in Ring of Honor and in WWE.
Jay Lethal created Seth Rollins. I'm going to say it right there. If it wasn't for Jay Lethal being a TV champ and a Ring of Honor world champ for as long as he was, we would never got the dual WWE World Heavyweight Champion, U.S. Champion Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Black Machismo.
Black Machismo, baby.
Boom, bam. Bound for Glory. It's just a predecessor to great wrestling moments across bigger promotions.
Well, TNA, look at their influence to the different promotions.
I know. I wish I can start a whole other podcast of what TNA, because no, I'm not going down that road. I'm not because
no, but it's just put it away and let it sit for a little bit and revisit it.
We're gonna package that. gonna package it like a
Yeah.
pile driver, Sammy fucking Callahan style.
We're gonna package it and then we're gonna workshop it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So tag team wrestling. That's what we were. That's how this tangent started. 4-way tag team title. I think it's gonna be a 5-way tag team title with the Rascals. So my pick might not even fucking come through. But 4-way tag team title, you got the North versus Ace Austin, Madman Fulton, Motor City Machine Guns versus the Good Brothers. Who do you think's gonna win this?
I really just just in the last year, I love the North, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be Madman and Ace Austin.
Ooh, Ace Austin.
Because they haven't had as much hype. I mean, you've got the big names of Anderson and Gallows.
Yeah.
You've got Motor City Machine Guns, who are the current champions, and then you've got the mystique of the North, who held the tag team titles for a full year. You kind of forget. I mean, you kind of forget about Ace and Madman, and those two guys you should not forget about.
Don't sleep on them.
No, so
Ace
I think
is the future.
yes, and I believe that they're going to win Saturday.
I like it. That's a good pick. My pick might be null and void. I pick the Rascals inserting themselves tonight. I mean, not tonight, at Bound for Glory. So that's my pick, and I'm not even going to pick any contingency picks.
I was just going to ask you. If that doesn't happen, who would you pick then?
I have no backups. That's how much faith I have in the Rascals.
Ooh.
I have in Dez and Wentz to win the gauntlet. One of them to win the gauntlet, to insert themselves into this match. I've been thinking about this. I've made a vision board a la Lana. And I've made a vision. I am going to manifest this
Oh my God.
into fruition that Dez and Wentz, the Rascals, will fucking win the 5-way tag team gauntlet.
I love that. I love that you don't have a contingency plan, and I love that you are following through with your pick from the beginning of the night. That's why, and I love that. That is good.
I'm just living by the rules of my idol, Bryce. And shooters got to shoot. Shooters got to shoot.
And for all we know, they could have it written in that it isn't going to go as planned. But after they listen to this podcast, the higher ups in Impact could be like, "Hey, you know what? That sounds good. That sounds really damn good. Pencil it in. Either Dez or Wentz. We don't care which one. One of them's going to win, and then have them turn around, call their shot, end themselves in the match. Let's get a fatal 5-way. I like it.
That would be amazing.
Oh, man,
I see awesome. Nothing but benefits because neither Heath or Rhino need to win that because they can go on an ROH tour or tear, and they can go against Damn Boys. They can go against the Bouncers. They can go against Shane Taylor Promotions. They can go against a bunch of teams in ROH. So
we're not even talking about what they could do just in Impact. It could like we had talked about. It could end up those two facing each other, and we can get like a couple of months out of it.
Yeah. So, boom, bam, bam, wham, bam. Thank you, man. Bound for fucking glory. Bound for glory is where magic happens.
Bound for Glory is going to lead us to be bound for awesome moments and great matches.
Yes. Speaking of great matches, we're at the main event. So there aren't any unannounced matches. I can suspect any unannounced matches. We also think there might be a whole like James Mitchell issue, like in a backstage segment. Maybe some Scott D'Amore like fucking sweating bullets. Eating Tums left and right. That could happen. But we got the main event, Rich Swann versus Eric Young. Who do you think is going to win this match?
I got to think it's going to be Rich Swann. With the build-up. I mean, even though we've had Eric in the promos, Eric's been the face of everything promotional going forward, Bound for Glory. This moment has just been built and is set just for Rich to win.
Yeah, and I totally agree. If the last pay-per-view WWE, what was it? I don't even remember because it sucks. But you had Randy Orton get help from all the people. I mean, not Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, former TNA champion.
Yeah, was that Payback?
Yeah,
No,
whatever the
was it?
fuck some garbage ass shit.
Yeah.
Randy Orton got
It wasn't
beat up.
very good that we couldn't even remember. So that just tells you.
Exactly. I think we got Tommy Dreamer, Scott D'Amore, Alicia, the terrible wife Edwards, interfering, causing, and maybe some Eddie Edwards action, causing Eric Young to lose and Rich Swann. So I'm picking Rich Swann as well.
Yes.
And Rich Swann definitely deserves it.
Oh yeah.
After being shit canned by WWE on some bullshit. But I like
And let's also say too, he looked really good this Tuesday for a guy that was he got supposedly got set behind a little bit in his training schedule. He came out looking like he was he got a brand new ankle.
Yep. I mean, the fact that Eric Young is such a slimy heel makes it good television for him to be champion still. But I don't know. I got Rich Swann, so
his heel work has been really good.
So I'm gonna go over the matches really fast. You got Tennille Dashwood winning the gauntlet. I got Dez or Wentz winning the gauntlet. You got Eddie. I got Ken Shamrock. We both picking Moose to beat EC3. I got Rohit winning. You got my bae Jordan Grace winning. I got Deanna beating Kylie. You got Kylie beating Deanna. I have the Rascals, who might not even be in the match, winning the tag team titles. You got Ace Austin and Madman Fulton winning the tag team titles, and we both got Rich Swann winning the titles. So that's Bound for Glory. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, we're bound for sports entertainment.
Yes, and while I get another drink, I need you to talk for a little bit. All right, I need this drink to get me pumped. All right, keep talking.
All right. The thing that's so awesome about Bound for Glory being at a different time for Impact than like what WWE has for WrestleMania and stuff like that is that it's nice to get a different variety of a pay-per-view, but also like their version of WrestleMania. Impact is been stepping it up so good. If this is I've echoed this sentiment a lot. Wrestling right now, even though we're in the crappy COVID era, wrestling has still been so awesome. You know, a lot of promotions obviously had to stop, but Impact, WWE is still been going strong, but Ring of Honor is getting back into the fold. AEW's doing okay. I mean, a lot of other wrestling promotions are going to start back up, and I mean, it's just wrestling right now is just looking so good, and it's just so good to be a wrestling fan right now.
It is. Impact is great, and then
especially an Impact fan.
Yes, and then with this new partnership with ROH, it's going to be great.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully Rocky Romero's got his D in Impact with Big Gallows. Hopefully the LA Dojo guys in New Japan can mix in.
I was just going to say that. I was like, with the working relationship of Ring of Honor and New Japan, this could come to not really a circle, but maybe a triangle of a working relationship with New Japan, Ring of Honor, and Impact, where we get some super shows.
Because
that would be awesome.
Because AEW fucked Ring of Honor and New Japan because they had those working relationships. Because Ian Riccaboni called All In, right? He called All In.
I believe so, yeah.
Ian Riccaboni, the fucking voice of ROH. That motherfucker's the shit. I love Ian Riccaboni. I got a picture with him. I love it.
Yes, he is fucking awesome.
I started a Riccaboni chant when he came to Seattle. That shit was funny.
Yeah, AEW's kind of painted themselves because the only relationship they've got working right now is with NWA. Yeah. Which isn't, I mean, you kind of know a little bit about NWA, but you really don't.
And NWA deserves Nick Aldis, former Impact champion. He's the shit. Nick Aldis is the shit. I used to hate him. I used to hate Magnus, but it's because he was good at his job. But he's a really good champion. If you want to listen to keeping it 100 with Conan, like he has really good interviews with them. Like he's been on that show like more than one time, and every time it's been great.
I'll have to do that. No, it's when a guy legitimately makes you hate him, and you know he's a heel, and it just means he's done a damn good job. When you legitimately hate somebody, not just because they do something shitty outside the ring or they're just a horrible wrestler, but when they can just make you legitimately hate somebody just because you're like, this guy's a fucking heel and I hate him.
And if you want to watch a good promo between him and Marty Scurll before they even got to have a match, I think because of COVID, they had a really good promotion because like between Marty and they had like a one-on-one like conversation, like tit for tat, like kind of like I think Canelo did one in a boxing match once, and it was like they were like sitting from across from each other. It was really good. Speaking of Canelo, got to go into the UFC. I'm only going to go on because like a lot of these names are hard to pronounce, so I'm going to go off the two main events for UFC 254.
Sounds good to me.
Khabib versus Justin Gaethje. This is I ran like 3 miles today, and I was thinking like I don't even know who to pick because I'm conflicted.
Same boat with you.
Who you got?
Oh God!
Gun to your head. Who do you got?
I'm taking Khabib.
You're taking Khabib?
I've heard DC come out and he said this is the Khabib that he knows.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that Khabib is super focused. The loss of his dad has kind of helped him get focused. And I really like Gaethje. Gaethje's literally got that puncher's chance.
Yeah.
Gaethje's got I believe good enough wrestling to nullify, but Khabib's just a guy that will keep attacking, coming after you. And I think I think it's going to go all 5 rounds, but I think Khabib's going to end up winding Gaethje down.
I can see that. I mean, no one gave Dustin the Diamond Poirier a chance against Khabib, and he lasted longer than everyone expected.
Yeah.
And props to Dustin. I think Dustin, if he had a full camp, he could have taken out Khabib. A better camp, maybe. So.
And a lot of people forget too. Ally Quinta stepped up on short notice.
Yeah,
and he went all 5 rounds with him.
Yep. So
he lost the decision, but he went all 5 rounds with him. So.
Yeah. I kind of lost a little bit of respect for Ali Quinta after that match because he kind of got a little cryy about it, but whatever.
Yeah.
But it's okay. He's part of the Chris Weidman camp, and I love Chris Weidman. Monica
Weidman's a damn good guy. He's a damn good fighter too.
Monica rubs her clits to Weidman. Hashtag. But I actually picked Gaethje.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
I respect everything about Khabib. I'm trying to keep the national pride out of me and why I picked Gaethje. But a lot of it, like when I was running and I was suffering in my run because I was doing a kettlebell run again. And I was just thinking to myself, it's just like Gaethje has that like that's stuck on stupid. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. That's stuck on stupid. Like I'm gonna do this until I either die or I can't anymore.
You're literally going to have to kill him to put him away. He's not going to tap, and he's gotten so much smarter since his only loss in the UFC.
Yeah, to Eddie Edwards, not Eddie Edwards. Eddie, what the fuck?
God damn it,
Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah, Eddie Alvarez.
Yep. Who Connor fucking punked, but I definitely think Gaethje has the willpower to never quit and to say fuck you when he's about to die. I don't even think, even if Khabib puts him in a choke, I don't even think he'll tap out like a.
No, he'll go out. He'll go sleep before he taps out.
So just like a Spartan, without the whole like the bad part of being a Spartan. I don't want to go into it right now, but being this, it's either fucking come home or come home on your fucking shield, and that's why I'm picking Gaethje.
Well, plus the sake of Gaethje wins. I know they've kind of got already set up Conor and Dustin. I mean, that sets up Gaethje versus Conor or Gaethje versus Poirier. I mean, just opens so many windows. Whereas if Khabib wins, the only fight he wants is George St. Pierre. And I don't know if he'll get that. And I don't know if he'll get that. I mean, obviously the UFC could make it because they can back up a Brinks truck up there to Canada to get GSP. So
GSP is a great fighter. I'm a great fighter.
Yep.
But I even think Diamond beats Conor. So
I think he can too. I don't.
I think humble fighters can beat Conor.
I don't think Conor's. I don't think his heart and his determination's in MMA anymore. I think he's all about.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the only thing he sees now anymore is the dollar signs.
Yeah. Well, he beat Cowboy. The only reason why he beat Cowboy because Cowboy's a slow starter.
Yeah.
Cowboy will beat you in the third round, and that's why he beat Cowboy.
Yeah.
So, and Dustin's a grinder.
Fuck yeah, he is.
Under pressure, but
Dustin was even good back in his WEC days too.
I know. Dustin Poirier, great fighter. I don't want to take anything away from him. And
No. And
the fact that Gaethje finished El Kukui, I mean,
that had me surprised because I was like, everybody's like, oh, the layout. And I was like, fuck, man, you do not count out Tony fucking Ferguson. And
Tony Ferguson looks like a Backstreet Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he looks like one of those AJ, the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, he looks like AJ McLaren. Yeah.
Tie it into Still Real Afterparty, right? I'm too fucking turned to talk. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
we're a pro Backstreet Boys podcast.
Tony Ferguson looks like AJ, and he put the shit on him. Although a short notice fight, but still.
You sign up for a short notice fight. Guess what? There's no excuses. If you got doubts, if you got doubts, you don't sign up for it.
Yep. But that's why I'm picking Gaethje. And
I respect that. I like that.
I respect you pick Khabib because Khabib can honestly win. I mean, Khabib, if you want, he's a really good fighter. Like that motherfucker. I was not worried at all during the Conor fight.
No.
I was willing to bet. Like I would bet my house that Khabib would win that match.
My whole thing with that was Khabib could deke around with him standing up, but when it came time to when Khabib was like, all right, I'm done with this, Conor does not have good ground defense, and he's not good on the ground. So you knew once it got to the ground, Khabib was just going to fuck him up. He was going to fuck with him, and then when Khabib was like, okay, I'm done, he was going to choke him out. And
it's the Tyson effect. It's the Tyson effect. The later you go in the rounds, that's why Diaz whooped his ass. And I definitely think Diaz beat him the second time.
Yeah.
I think the judges just gave it to Conor just because he made it that long. But whatever. I got nothing against the Irish. Okay. I
don't either, but I mean it's just you get kind of tired of this guy came like a tidal wave. And then now he's like, oh, I want to do a little bit of boxing. Oh, I don't know if I want to do this. Or I only want to face this guy. And it's like, come on, dude. What happened to that? What happened to that fighting warrior spirit that you were all about?
Mm-hmm. I did a 6-page report on the real Irish Red Army. So I have nothing. It's just the fact that it's just I really don't like. That's why the whole reason why I didn't watch Harry Potter for long or read Harry Potter at all. Like just because all my friends liked it. I don't like the fucking new shit. I'm a really get off my lawn type of person. So
I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you.
So boom. All right. That was a long talk about the one of two matches we're talking about.
Well, hey, I mean, it's a big fight.
It is
It's
a big
it's possibly the biggest main event that they've had this year.
And then the second most exciting weight class in the UFC, the middleweight. After we just saw fucking Colby fucking Covington destroy what's his
Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, boring ass Woodley's name.
Yeah.
You got Whitaker versus Jared Conyer. Who you got on that?
Yep.
I'm a big Whitaker fan.
I am too, and I think we're gonna get the reemergence of Bobby Knuckles.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
hope so.
I think because those last title fights took some out of him. I mean, we kind of heard about him having some injuries, and I think with the combination of losing the title and then with the whole COVID, I think it gave him some time to rest up and get refocused and get ready to come back for another run at the title.
It really kills myself that like it's hurts me inside because Whitaker has that Aussie New Zealand accent and it fucking destroys me inside. Like
I know.
It's like honestly like when I go I don't get a reach around. You know what I'm saying? Like it pisses me the fuck off because I love Robert Whitaker. Robert Whitaker is the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that fucking punk ass motherfucker, that wrestling guy, is somewhat associated with him. I'm picking Robert Whitaker to come back.
I think it'll be a good fight to get him back on track.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if he wins this one, he'll probably fight another one and then probably get a title shot.
Yes. And people might be confused because I'm talking about Woodley because Woodley's a welterweight, but those guys flirt with middleweight all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with USADA, a lot of these guys have had to kind of go back. They've either had to jump up. A lot of them have jumped up weight classes because it's so much harder now to lose the weight and have that stigmatism of being a guy who can't consistently make weight anymore.
Yeah, and it's true. And that's why the middleweight and welterweight class is so fun because they can bounce back and forth. And I definitely think we might see a Nigeria match. We got Israel Adesanya. I think I said his name right?
Yeah.
I definitely think he can fight Usman if Usman doesn't fight Colby. I definitely think we can see
well, we're kind of getting some rumors of maybe a Colby and Jorge match because I know they've been bouncing between maybe a rematch between Jorge and Diaz.
Yeah.
But there's been a little bit of momentum between Colby and
Street
Masvidal. even though both guys have like talked crap about each other, I've heard that they're friends.
Yeah.
Well, they both train at like is it ATT? Or no. Colby used to. I think he changed camps, didn't he? Because he had a whole different.
No, he still is Dan Lambert.
Does he?
Yeah.
I thought he had two. I think he had some different guys in this.
Who were all on what wrestling promotion, by the way, with Bobby Lashley? Impact fucking Wrestling. Oh my God, Colby Covington was choking out wrestlers and referees.
Yes.
Before he was a mainstream UFC star.
Yes.
So, but Woodley was ATT. So was Covington. So was Masvidal and Usman.
Mm-hmm.
So this is very fucking interesting.
Yeah, and I mean the both worlds, wrestling and MMA world, is just there's so many avenues and so many fights that you can make.
And if you listen to Keeping It 100 with Conan, which is like one of my favorite podcasts outside of the Still Real Afterparty, there was an interview with Dan Lambert and Colby, and he was just talking about how like, hey, I'm just trying to promote the fights. He's not really a piece of shit. He's not a douchebag, but he's living the gimmick.
Oh yeah.
And then a lot of UFC fighters don't respect that because they're all about to just like respect. So,
but no offense, if you're not out there doing this stuff, you're not going to get this. If you don't have some momentum or you don't have some headlines, you're not going to get a main event fight. You're not going to get a title fight. You're not going to get a co-main spot. You're not going to. And even Dana White has come out and said this stuff.
Yeah.
He'll come out and say, well, he's a boring guy. Even though the guy could have come off like 5 knockouts.
He hated
5
Mighty
knockouts,
Mouse.
5 performance of the nights. If you're not making any momentum outside of the octagon, he's not gonna put you in a title fight.
He didn't like he would shit talk Mighty Mouse. He would shit talk Woodley.
Oh God, yeah. Well,
he thinks Colby's polarizing.
He moved Demetrius Johnson just to get Ben Askren because he wanted to have Ben Askren lose.
Exactly.
Because he hated Ben Askren because Ben Askren would talk shit about him.
Boom roasted.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
he traded possibly one of the best pound for pound fighters in the game.
Best flyweights in the world.
Yeah, to make it so that he could squash a personal beef. He could make it so somebody that he didn't like would suffer.
And I saw Mighty Mouse at the SeaTac airport. What up? I saw him.
Ooh.
He's so short. That dude's short. Like Bryce is almost taller than him. Like Mighty Mouse is.
Holy shit.
He's like 5'3", 5'4". That dude's tiny as fuck.
He's tiny, but he's fucking hella good though.
Oh yeah, he'll kill me. He'll kill me in a second.
Fuck, he'll kill both of us. We could be a tag team match and he'd kill both of us.
Okay, but we didn't make our picks. So do you got Whitaker or do you got Conyer? You said Whitaker, right?
I'm going to Bobby Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is the beginning. This is the launch pad.
I hope he comes back because I like Whitaker a lot. And he took care of that Cuban Missile Crisis that my other friend Andy with a Y would call him. Yolo Romero, the Cuban Missile Crisis. He took care of that for us. So
God, can you believe that dude is like what, 42, 43, and God, he looks so fucking good.
I know he moves.
Oh God, he is so fucking good. Rogan always says, man, the acai over there is so good that this guy's got it pumping through his veins to keep him looking like a mid-30-year-old and moving like a 30-year-old.
Fucking hashtag facts. Do you have Michael Chandler ending up on the card anyways, even though he's there? Because they have to have a backup for the backup. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think they put so much press into Michael Chandler coming to fucking UFC. So do you think Michael Chandler will be on the UFC card 254?
I would like to think so, but we're recording on a Thursday. If we haven't heard anything,
he made weight. He made weight.
He made weight. I mean, but it's like this isn't anything. I mean, I like to kind of keep a separation between like pro wrestling and MMA, and I just don't think that they can make a fight like they can't. I just would find it hard for them to come out Friday and say, "Oh, hey, we got Michael Chandler taking on so and so."
I definitely think I have a very biased opinion because I love this guy.
Don't get me wrong. I would like to see him on the card. I would like to see him in a UFC fight.
Off someone they just brought over.
I would have had a little bit more intriguing if they would have had a guy in that weight class. Like if there was a fight in that weight class and one of the guys didn't make weight. I could have seen them being like, okay, so-and-so didn't make weight. Guess what, Michael Chandler, since you're here, you've gone through all the testing, you've made weight. Here you go. You're headlining your main event in the prelims. Here you go.
I just checked his Instagram right now as we're talking at 1:23 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. They already did the weigh-ins for the fights. Gaethje and Khabib just shook hands. Chandler has no opponent. So,
as much as I would like to see him on the card, I just find it very hard that they could throw something together and get it for that fight on such short notice.
I would hope, but I guess not. Chandler deserved deserves marquee.
Mhm.
But
He deserves to be on a. He deserves to be main eventing, even if it's a fight night. Main event and a fight night, getting the full, like, couple of months promotion, the build up, and all that stuff leading up to it.
they gave him a lot of promotion coming into this
Mhm.
new. But yeah. All right, we're done with UFC. Sorry, we went on a long tangent. I love you, man. We should talk UFC more often. Goddamn.
Hey man, I love all this stuff, man.
Work with a bunch of fucking pussies right now. They don't like fucking.
UFC's the reason why I have a freaking membership to freaking ESPN Plus, man. Outside of that, I don't give a fuck about ESPN Plus.
Well, The Mandalorian and I got the whole like Disney Plus.
I do too. I started off as a Hulu guy, and I love Marvel stuff. That's the kind of the reason why I have Disney. Then it's just like, oh shit, you're on ESPN Plus and that? Fuck, why not?
So that's why. But I had ESPN Plus in the beginning. I think I did it for a Khabib fight because he got a free Khabib fight back out of it. But whatever. All right.
Yeah.
But hey,
I was a guy that always did the YouTube or PlayStation Plus. I ordered the pay-per-views off, but when they
okay, yeah, that was
it
good.
all together.
I did that shit in Alaska. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But congratulations, your Eagles won. Hey, fly Eagles fly. Carson wins. Like fucking Prince Harry. Fuck him.
I haven't had a chance to watch it. I got a DVR'd. Probably not going to watch it till tomorrow, but another typical Eagles game for this year was leave it down. Was go ahead and go for the 2 and fucking don't get the 2 and hold on by your nails. But Brandon Graham came through front line of the defense. The only good part of that defense came through.
We're gonna have our first 7, 8, and 1 team in the playoffs.
I know, and that's nothing I can brag about. It is nothing I can brag about, Andy.
Hey, the last time we had a 7-9 team in the playoffs, we had the Beastquake in Seattle. Yes. So.
Yes.
But, all right, so I don't ever pick Thursday night games for our 7-game pick'em, but if you would have – it was Philly versus NY. Philly won. Congratulations, Sticks.
And to tell you the truth, if we would have, I wouldn't have picked this game, by the way, because I was so scared, man.
Just like me, the next game, I wouldn't pick because the first game up on the list, it's a marquee matchup. 5-0 teams. You got Pittsburgh versus Tennessee. Are you picking that game?
No, I am not touching that game.
Yeah, I'm not touching it. I mean, I'm going to root for my Tennessee team, but Pittsburgh and Tennessee is just like a dicey fucking game. Like Tennessee came off a good season, and then Fast Willie Parker showed up and fucked their world up in an opening day game one time. So nope, not happening.
Even though King Henry is fucking stiff arming guys and making fucking viral videos, viral memes.
Yeah,
this guy. I mean.
333 views as of this night.
Plus Pittsburgh lost what was it? Their middle linebacker, their signal player.
Yeah.
For the rest of the season, tore his ACL last week.
But yeah, Tennessee lost Taylor Lewan, left tackle.
Yes, that's
busting
huge.
Busting with the boys who liked our fucking post.
Yes, I'm a huge Taylor Lewan fan. Loved him. I've seen him. I saw him. See some of his internet work, and he did an interview with Pat McAfee, and fucking love it. I'm a huge Pat McAfee show guy.
Monica's a Taylor Lewan fan because when the Titans beat Seattle Seahawks with Marcus Mariota as a quarterback, Richard Sherman hit Mariota on the sideline, and Taylor Lewan got up in his face and like, "Fuck you, bro." So Monica was all about that shit.
Hey, you don't fuck with these offensive linemen. Their job is to protect their quarterback on and off the field. So it was good. It's good to see that. And I do remember that. I remember seeing some footage of that.
Yep. And Monica, I think she had sex with me that night, but whatever. So no one's picking that game. So we're going with Cleveland versus Cincinnati. Who you got on that one? Or are you picking
Cleveland?
I'm
going with Cleveland. Yeah.
All right, you're going Cleveland. I'm not picking that. 7 games, guys. 7 games. You pick 7 games, and then you pick the Monday Night Football game, which is 1 right now, as the tiebreaker.
Yep.
Total score between the two teams. So you're picking Cleveland. I'm not picking that game at all. Buffalo versus the Jets. Who you got?
Buffalo.
Okay, so you're picking Buff.
I'm going to take the cheap one on that one. I'm taking Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm taking the dub on that one, Buffalo. Next is Carolina versus New Orleans. Are you picking that game?
No, I'm going to skip that one.
Yeah, that's a good call. Detroit versus Atlanta.
I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I think they got some momentum.
For your third pick, you're going with Atlanta. I'm not picking it. Next game, Dallas versus Washington. Are you picking that game?
No, I'm gonna sit that one out.
I'm picking Washington football team. Green Bay versus Houston. Are you picking that game?
I'm picking Green Bay. I think I saw some stuff like Rodgers, their last game was a freaking flamethrower. I think he threw for like 6 touchdowns and like 300 or 400 yards their last time they played.
Yeah, I'm picking Green
Houston.
Bay as well.
So yeah, I'm taking Green Bay.
All right, Seattle versus Arizona. They're both hot streaks. And this game got changed, actually. If I'm looking at it correctly,
it's
it
Sunday
got changed
night.
to the Sunday night game because of Vegas might be COVID actions.
Totally off subject. Raiders put their whole starting offensive line on the COVID list.
Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna go Seattle because Russ is just cooking right now.
Yeah, I'm picking Seattle as well. So you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. I'm at 4 games. Jacksonville at LA Chargers.
I'm gonna sit that one out.
Yeah, I don't know what I want. Yeah, no. KC at Denver. Denver just beat the Patriots.
Yeah. Well, there's all field goals, and if you kick field goals against Kansas City, I'm gonna take Kansas City. I'm gonna take Kansas City.
It is a division game, though.
Mm-hmm.
It is a division. Division plays hard against division. Like when the Titans,
I know
the Titans always lose their division games. That's why they have shitty seeds in the playoffs if they ever make it. So
yeah.
But you're picking KC. I'm picking KC.
Yep.
So you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at 5 games. San Francisco at New England. Are you taking that or not?
No, I'm gonna sit that one out.
I'm taking San Francisco. New England's fucked. Tampa Bay at Vegas.
I'm gonna take Tampa Bay on that one.
Yeah, TV12. I like it. So 1, 2, 3.
I probably would have had a little bit more hesitation, but with Vegas's whole offensive line,
I might stop you right there because that's your 7th pick, and the next game is Chicago at LA Rams. So do you want to take that, the Monday night game?
No.
Okay, so you're going with Tampa.
Yep.
Chicago at LA Rams. I'm taking LA Rams. So I got your picks 1 through 7: Cleveland, Buffalo, Atlanta, Green Bay, Seattle, KC, Tampa Bay. I'm picking Buffalo, Washington, Green Bay, Seattle, KC, San Francisco, LA Rams. What is your total score between Chicago and LA Rams for our tiebreaker, if we have one?
I'm going to take 47.
47.
Yeah.
So I can see LA throwing up 30, maybe 36. And Chicago throwing up 20. So I'm going to go with just a weird number. I'm going with 52.
Okay.
All right. Even though my math didn't add up, but I'm going with 52. All right. So we're very opposite. What is our wager? This is a big week. So what's our wager? I can make a proposal if you're not ready to do a wager.
Hey, I'm all ears.
All right. So when that piece of shit, that wrestling guy, I made a bet with him at WrestleMania, Tony Nese versus Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight Championship. And I knew Tony Nese was going to win that shit. So I said, if Buddy Murphy wins, I will do a shoey. If you do a fucking beer bong, if Tony Nese wins. So I'm willing to do a shoey because we can't do chop shop because we're not near each other.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to do a shoey or a beer bong. So, something like a drinking challenge. Do you want to do a drinking challenge and winner picks?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, cool. So winner picks. Loser has to post on Instagram story or actual post. So it's bound
good.
for some sort of fuckery.
It's bound for entertainment.
I kind of want to do a shoey, and I'm pretty sure we have a shoey fighter on UFC card this weekend, so it'd be fucking apropos.
Yeah.
All right then. So no matter what, I don't care. Unless you have something more fucked up, I'll do it.
No. Whatever you want to go with, I am all up for, man.
I'll pour beer off Monica's back to drink off her butt. It's fine.
I don't know if she'd want you to post that on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Might have to do that on OnlyFans.
Maybe on Twitter. Twitter. I love Twitter. Twitter's awesome.
Oh God, yes.
Oh yeah. Are you at work?
No, I'm off work.
Oh, dude, what are you drinking? You drinking?
No, I don't start my drink until like Friday. I might start either Friday or I might wait for the big Saturday night.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'll be sitting on cans of fucking seltzer on Saturday.
I gotta go pick up some more tomorrow. I gotta go pick up some more stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, I got these. So I did this like little Costco thing. Like you buy a certain amount of products and you get like $50 in Costco gift cards. So I'm gonna get some Costco, like a 30 rack of Trulies or something. Because I remember during when did Taker fight Roman?
Oh God,
that was 33. That was an outdoor. That was an outdoor.
Yeah, I believe so. It was
33 yeah, it was in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought a 36-pack of IPAs and I drank 18 of them, and I cried like a baby when I thought fucking Undertaker retired. Joke's on me.
Yeah, because I've heard there's rumors that he might be showing up maybe next WrestleMania, possibly.
He might show up at fucking Bound for Glory.
Oh God, you imagine if Vince ever found out about that? Vince would fucking shit bricks and be on the fucking phone calling and chewing his ass out.
In the words of Bryce, yes, you're right. You got it. Go to Costco. But, all right, we talked Impact. We talked Bound for Glory. We talked UFC. I love talking UFC with you. It's awesome.
Fuck, dude, I love talking UFC. I have like not even a handful of friends that I stay in touch with that talk about UFC, and that's even getting scarce because most of them have kids anymore, so they don't even get a chance to really watch it anymore.
Oh, Bryce watches UFC. He used to do jiu-jitsu. So boom, bam.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, that's why you're fucking dad of the year. That is why you're fucking dad of the year, Andy.
I'm a terrible dad. Probably that's why he's doing.
Oh shit, too, man. Come on now. You're raising a triple threat of a son, and not only that, but now you got him out here jiu-jitsu, having him learn jiu-jitsu, so that way if he does get in a fight with a guy, he doesn't like beat him up. He puts him to sleep and just rolls him gently over. Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom, no hurting, no nothing. The other kid could wake up and just wonder what happened.
Yep. We talked UFC, we talked NFL. Last words, what do you got?
Just it's going to be a good weekend. Obviously keyed, headlined by Bound for Glory. We got a huge Saturday night, Bound for Glory, and then UFC, and then Sunday we have the mediocre wrestling promotion WWE with their quote unquote whatever Hell in a Cell match, whatever penis in your anus match.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be a good weekend. I believe it's gonna be a good weekend, and it's gonna be headlined, like I said, by Impact Wrestling, Bound for Glory.
But before that weekend starts, we got questions. We actually got questions. We got listener participation.
Oh yes.
Are you ready for this?
I am ready, willing, and able.
Here's our first question. Here it goes. It's going to take time to load. Can you hear it? Hold
This
on.
question's
Here we go.
This is Mangina Filled. OMG. I'm on a podcast. Anyway, this question's for Andy with an I, and it's not wrestling related because that'd be hashtag desperate, and I'm not a desperate bitch. Anyway, Andy, do you get along with your wife's friends? Also, which one of your wife's friends do you want to smash? Peace out, bitches. Fuck.
Oh, I'm glad that's your question.
Okay. So,
Is Monica asleep? Is Monica asleep?
She's asleep. But guess what?
Good.
On next Thursday will be Monica and my 10-year wedding anniversary.
Ooh, congratulations.
Fucking A right. And guess what? We're each other's best friends. So, yes, I want to smash her best friend, myself. That's why I hashtag masturbate to mirrors.
Oh, I should have known that was going to be your answer.
Oh, boom, man. Thank you, man.
Oh, I should have known that was going to be your answer.
I feel sorry for her because, like, in my line of work, most of her friends have been very, very terrible. She's that one good friend, Yaya, which I want to have on the show. Yaya, she's good people's. Sorry, not gonna happen. Never. I mean, it's just no, because Monica's the love of my life, and the only friend of hers I don't want to fuck is myself, and I do that sometimes. So, boom, bam, Mangina, your question is answered. The only friend I want to fuck of Monica's is me, myself, because I'm her best friend, and she's my best friend.
Nice.
So here we go. And that's not a cliche. Fuck you. Like, we sit down in our fudgies on, like, Friday night in our underpants, eating chocolate peanut butter cups, watching
I gotta believe you're rocking that Lars One Piece now.
Oh yeah, she helped me make that one piece.
That was awesome. That was you sent that picture, and I literally was like, "Yes, this is the best thing to come out of 2020."
Well, if we had more followers, I'd post that because, like, I feel like I'd only get 1 or 2 likes, and I'm kind of self-conscious.
As a teaser, we get those followers up, and you'll see it.
Yeah, you'll see my pic. All right, here is the next question from our next listener.
This is Mr. Mediocre 10 Cunts here on the Still Real pregame. I have a question for you, gentlemen. This is for Andy with an I and Sticks Adam. Gentlemen, how did you both become fans of your beloved football teams? Andy with the Titans and Sticks Adam with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hashtag fly, Eagle, fly. Next season. Thank you, gentlemen.
No, this season, as of Thursday Night Football. Go ahead, Sticks. How did you become a fan of the Eagles?
Well, when I was a young kid, I watched Randall Cunningham play.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And I was such a big fan of him, even though he left to go to Minnesota.
Yeah, he's part of the reason why I'm an NFC fan of the Vikings. So, yeah.
But I was a fan of Randall Cunningham, and I've stayed with the team ever since.
I mean, I'm a big Warren Moon fan, so I actually one of my oldest brother, Rob Squad, he got me hashtag Rob Squad or at Rob Squad on Instagram. He bought me a Warren Moon jersey, Houston Oilers style. So I've been a fan of Warren Moon and his bullet. So that dude's got a cannon.
Awesome. Those unis were awesome, man.
Yeah, he bought me one of those jerseys for Christmas. So yeah, that's how I became a Tennessee Titans fan, because I followed him from Warren Moon, Houston Oilers, into Tennessee with Steve Air McNair. Fucking A, the dude's like RoboCop of quarterbacks, because most of his body doesn't work. So, and I was still a fan after they lost the Super Bowl, and I went through so many shitty quarterbacks, a la Vince Young, a la fucking Mettenberger, and Washington UW own, what was Jake Locker. Locker.
Yeah.
Garbage ass quarterback. I knew he
Oh,
was
man.
garbage when on fourth and goal with like no time left against the Saints. He didn't even throw the ball. That dude was trash. But
He
I've
only
been a
lasted,
fan.
what, 3 seasons? Was he only in the NFL for 3
Yeah,
seasons?
but he only played like 3 or 4 games because he was always
Mhm.
hurt.
He had so much hype coming out of UW. And it was like he left his game at UW, and then when he got drafted, he was nothing like the guy you saw at Washington.
Yep. And here we go with fucking Tannehill. I was
Oh,
not a
yeah.
Mariota fan. I've been a Tannehill fan this whole fucking time. And I got text messages on my phone so happy the day that they got Tannehill.
See, I thought Mariota would do better because I watched him at Oregon.
Yeah, well, when he donned those fucking Raider jerseys to lose the national championship, I knew the Titans were fucked.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right. You ready for our last question?
Let's roll.
Here we go.
This is the CEO of APPW, the Million Calorie Man, the man in charge of the championship stable, Mega Pounders Inc. And I got a question for you fellas. Andy, Sticks, it's the inferior brand, especially to APPW. But who are your 3 favorite Impact wrestlers today? All right, now I gotta go think of ways to screw over my roster, and I gotta finish my dinner.
Impact wrestlers, top 3. I want to go first, so we'll go. If you don't mind, I want to go.
Oh, no.
tit for tat.
I yield to you all the time, my man.
My number 1 all-time Impact wrestler, Abyss. Like I don't think you can go with anyone else. Like if you were to build a brand, I think Abyss is like he's okay. People might call him an Undertaker knockoff, but he is more than just an Undertaker and Kane knockoff. He is Abyss. He's the monster. Abyss. That's my number 1. Who you got?
That's respectable. I'm gonna go with a guy. I kind of lost touch with wrestling when I graduated high school, and I'm gonna go with a guy that brought me back in. The phenomenal AJ Styles.
Yeah.
When they were still TNA, they were on, I believe it was TNN Network.
Yep.
And me and my girlfriend were flipping through channels one night, and we came across TNA wrestling, and AJ Styles was wrestling his match. I want to say I think it was against Christopher Daniels. And just watching him, I was like, "Yep, I got to watch this guy." And I've stayed with it. I even got the 2 DVDs, the 2 phenomenal AJ Styles DVDs that TNA put out, my man. That was how much I've stuck with AJ Styles, and I've been with TNA/Impact ever since.
Well, that's very AJ Styles, obvious one. You can't go Abyss and AJ Styles. I think they go hand in hand. Like
God, yes.
As pillars of the Impact Wrestling Mount Rushmore, and I would have to say my number 2. It's really tough, but I'm gonna have to go with Christian Cage because he made an immediate impact. He was bound for greatness as soon as he came to the roster. So,
well, he also helped AJ Styles with a lot of his. AJ, I believe, credits him with a lot of his microphone works.
Yep, and you don't get one more match without having Christian Cage building his legacy and proving Vince, even though he's ugly, that that he is a great fucking WWE. I mean, he's not even WWE. He's a great wrestler. He's a great personality. So that's my number 2. So
my number 2 is the Samoan submission machine himself, Samoa Joe. Because when I watched him and AJ Styles would put on matches that were match of the year candidates anytime they hooked up. Plus, Samoa Joe was just a force in the X division before they finally pulled their heads out their butts and decided, hey, this guy could be a heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I hated
my guy.
Go ahead.
My number 2 is Samoa Joe.
I hated Samoa Joe so much when I was flipping through the channels and I was watching Impact back in the day. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, why is he so important? I was just kind of like, get off my lawn mentality. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
Samoa Joe, he is what made Kurt Angle so pivotal in Impact. That
Yes.
rivalry goes down as
Oh,
like,
God, yes. That rivalry is if Impact were to put out like top rivalries in Impact history, that would be at least in the top 3, I believe.
facts, hashtag beat your dicks with sticks, hashtag rub your clits with sticks, hashtag bound for fucking glory.
Yes.
I would have to say my number 3, and sorry, I'm a little biased, is Thick Mama Pump, Jordan
Ooh,
Grace herself. So
I respect that. That's nice. That's nice.
I gotta think with my dick for once and think, and I'm not just saying it's dick driven. That's partial.
No, she is a great in-ring competitor. She's
Yes.
good on the mic. I totally agree. I agree with that pick, and I've agreed with your other 2 picks too.
If I had a top 5, it would be my main 2, Thick Mama Punk, Rosemary, and Havoc, because because Rosemary was part of Decay, which was without Decay you don't have Matt Hardy, the Deleted.
No.
You have none of that because they were the main, and Rosemary was a
Yep.
pivotal part of that. So,
Yep.
and then there's so many more I could go off the line. You got ODB, you got Awesome Kong, you got Velvet Sky. Velvet Sky is like very pivotal, and but sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
No. This is one of those questions like when everybody, like even when you ask the question, who's your like Mount Rushmore in wrestling, this is just as tough of a question as that. This is just with one company.
Exactly. So who was your last?
My last is Sami Callihan. And I tell you what, I'm torn because between him and Ethan Page. But
Ooh, yeah.
I love Sammy's character work. That's what stands out to me. I mean, he's good in the ring. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from his in-ring action, his in-ring work, but just his character work and his rivalry with Eddie Edwards was really good. And we saw another chapter in that this week.
Yeah, and that was like my main point. Without Sami Callihan crossing that line and being that fucking crazy, we don't have Eddie Edwards. We don't have Tessa Blanchard becoming Impact champion.
Mm-hmm.
And the rivalry between, prior to her championship win, the rivalry between Sami Callihan and Tessa Blanchard was very pivotal. So
yes, I mean, like you said, there's so many honorable mentions. I mean, like my 4th would be Ethan Page, and my 5th would be Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. Oh yeah, he was very pivotal in the X Division and all those fucking Ultimate X matches.
Oh God, yes.
There's so many people that no one gives credit to that are cheering on now in different promotions.
Yes, exactly.
But
Facts.
Who are we?
We're just two guys that we jump on a podcast and we just tell everybody how much we love Impact, and we try to open their eyes to a world outside of WWE and AEW.
Yes, and we're bound for greatness.
We're also bound to hopefully open some other people's eyes to Impact Wrestling.
Yes, you're right. You got it. Go to Costco. I'm sorry. I love saying that. But Sticks, what do you got to plug?
Just this podcast, man. I mean, come on, everybody. We love the listeners' interaction. Check out the page. Still_real_pre_game on Instagram. Andi is churning out churning out content, churning out memes.
We are churning out content.
Oh, come on now, man. I'm just a dude that jumps on once a week to just chat with one of my best friends.
I'm like Queen Latifah, man. UNITY, unity. Boom.
I love that, man. I like I said, I look forward to doing this every week with you. This is literally my highlight every week, just to jump on and talk. Not only just talk Impact Wrestling, but just talk general with you.
Fucking
So
right.
Check that out. Search for the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Anchor, and give a listen. Go back, listen to some previous ones, and DM or call in, send some voicemails.
Send in questions. We'll read them on, or we'll play them out. So whatever, fuck it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Enjoy Bound for Glory. If you go on Twitter, you can find a free code if you don't want to pay for it. You can find a free code. All you got to do is fucking retweet and fucking answer a question. So go on, find Bound for Glory somewhere or pay for it, because fuck it. It's going to be a great show.
Yes, it is.
All right, guys. See you after Bound for Glory.
Andy with an R.
That's the show, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow at still_real_pre_game on IG and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spotify, and Anchor. Just search Still Real Pregame. Bye.
Andy with an R.
So, who's your friend?
Andy with an R.
Indicator!